welcome back to my channel. So today I'm gonna kill two birds with one stone, which is a really weird saying now that I think about it. Who's going out throwing stones at birds? And why are we celebrating killing any of them, let alone two of them at the same time? So today I'm gonna kill a couple of birds for you because we are blending our favorite family activities, picnic and eating. You guys know we love a good picnic, right? And because we have Lenny in the mix now, it just means that much more. It's so special. It's such a great way to get in touch with nature, be around family, do a bit of hosting, be with your friends, people you love, and just have a lovely time. So today, I'm gonna go through my must-haves for any family picnic. For the adults, we'll be serving Korean lunchbox, DOSIRAK, Mediterranean pasta salad, Pimms Cup, for cheeky, wild-caught salmon and grains from Open Farm, and for Lenny boy, his favourite milk and a side of smashed avocado. That is right, our little buddy, he's starting to eat solids. I mean, we started yesterday and I don't think he's actually swallowed any of it yet, but we'll get there guys, baby steps. But for today, I want this picnic feast, I want it to be easy, I want it to look delicious, I want it to taste delicious, and I want it to be practical. So it's easy to get from A to B, even though we're just doing it in the garden. But if you're not doing the garden, I'll make it nice and easy for you. Today, we're gonna start with the Korean lunchbox DOSIRAK. I mean, this lunchbox ticks all the boxes, right? It's delicious, it's beautiful, it's compact, it's practical as well. And I'm gonna do this vegetarian style. So instead of the meat, I'm gonna use oyster mushrooms. It's got a real meaty saltiness. It's such a great substitute. And I'm gonna do zucchini coins as well because they look absolutely delicious, nutritious. And that's what we're gonna kick things off with, a zucchini. Make sure it's nice and washed. We wanna do 1/2-inch coins. Perfect, and then we wanna just lay them out. Give them a little pat down. Then we'll get our flour mix, our egg wash, and our breadcrumbs. And I'm just gonna add some paprika to the flour, a little bit of garlic powder, a bit of salt and pepper. Right, we've all been here before guys. Dip it in the flour, dip it in the egg, and then in the lovely breadcrumbs. I'm just gonna let that sit until I get the next one. And just repeat guys. Right, they are on a baking sheet with parchment paper. Now we put the oven on to 400 degrees and put these in for 20 minutes. Perfect, so while the zucchini coins are cooking, let's pop out the spinach. We're gonna give it a good old-fashioned wash. Then we'll get some salted boiling water. We're gonna pop our spinach in for about 30 seconds, not too long. Now we go back to the sink, get some cold water to stop it from cooking, and then we wanna give it a good squeeze to get rid of all that water. Perfect, so we'll get our spinach, then pop it in a lovely little bowl. We'll add in 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. We'll add in our minced garlic, sesame seeds, 1 tablespoon sesame oil, a dash of salt, a teaspoon of sugar, and a little sprinkle of green onions. Then we'll just give it a nice little mix up. Perfect, now our spinach is done. Now let's check on the zucchinis. Oh, do you know what I mean? The zucchini is looking dreamy. Now these are good to set aside. Excellent, so now we're gonna move on to the meat substitute. And mushrooms have always been a great family for getting that meaty flavor, that taste, but it's still a vegetable, it's good for you, it's clean. But oyster mushrooms, ahoy there, these are absolutely delicious. They're so easy to make, they're so meaty, they're so fast, they're bloody brilliant. So I'm gonna show you now. We basically want to chop into the stalk. You can see they just crumble off. And then we just want to get a paper towel and just clean off any dirt from these mushrooms. It was interesting reading your comments on the last video about who enjoys hosting, who doesn't, that difference between introverts and extroverts. And what was interesting was how many introverts enjoy hosting. And it kind of makes sense, right? You're in the comfort of your own home, you have your people that you love and care about, you're in your safe space, and I love that. And I think maybe a picnic is the perfect next step up, right? You know, you're going out of your comfort zone slightly, but with a picnic, you can create your own safe space, you're in nature, you're so attached to peace and love and gratitude. Because I think what I'm learning is how to get in touch with your feelings more. And like me and Jen love using this reference about energy coins, right? We like to look at this reference like every day we wake up with 0 energy coins. And that's why the first thing you do in the morning is so important, because you can either do something that stresses you out, that puts you in that minus zone where you start feeling worse. And you know what it's like, guys. If you start the day off wrong, it can just be one of those days, right? But if you start your day doing something that serves you, for me, how do I gain coins? Meditation, breath work, exercise, spending time with Jen, Len, and Cheeky, right? understanding what serves me, understanding what helps, and making sure first thing in the morning I'm trying to do these things to build up these coins. So for me and Jem, we understand that if one of us is on that 0 point, if we communicate it and say, you know what, babe, I'm not feeling great, I need one of your coins, you know, I need just to dump my day's stresses on you. And that's what we do for each other. And you can use the same reference when you go out on a picnic, when it's socializing. If you're in a stressful situation, you're not feeling good, what do? You're losing your coins. And by the time you get to 0, that's when you've got nothing left. That's where stress, anxiety lives. So what can we do? Put ourselves in a more positive environment, and that's why we can create that. So if I have people over, if I have a picnic going on, for example, if I make them feel comfortable, you have drinks, you have atmosphere, you make them feel good, then instead of losing their coins, they're just gonna gain them. So in my weird reference, I hope this kind of makes sense. So get in touch with your feelings, understand what serves you and understand what doesn't serve you, and you'll be happier for it. So the mushrooms are looking good. We're gonna get a skillet on a high heat, add in some avocado oil. Take the lid off first, could be useful. Get it nice and hot. We'll add in our mushrooms. And these only need to cook for about 3 minutes. And just as they start to brown, I'm gonna add some salt, some chopped garlic, a dash of soy sauce, and give it a good mix. We'll just cook that for about 1 minute and then set aside. Then lastly, we'll fry a lovely little egg, pop a bit of butter in, and then carefully your egg. I'm gonna add in a touch of water and put the lid on just to cook the top of the egg. Right, to assemble. So we're gonna get our lovely little glass Tupperware, our zucchini coins down one side. Then we're gonna add our rice in the middle, our lovely oyster mushrooms in this corner. Then we'll add our spinach. And then of course, we've got to have a bit of kimchi in the corner. We're gonna pop our lovely fried egg over the top, sprinkle of green onions, a couple of sesame seeds. Now our lovely Korean lunchbox DOSIRAK is good to serve. Right, so next up, we're gonna make a lovely Mediterranean pasta salad. This is a must-have for any picnic, right? Again, it ticks all the boxes. It's beautiful, it's fresh, it's delicious, it's easy to make. It's gonna take seconds. First things first, we're gonna start with the sauce. We need a bowl. We're gonna add a 1/4 cup of olive oil, 3 tablespoons of lemon juice. I'm just throwing it in there. A teaspoon of Dijon mustard, couple of cloves of garlic, 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning, pop a bit of chili flakes in there, go on, why not? And a dash of salt. Give it a little mix, lovely. Then we're gonna get a nice bit of cucumber, we're gonna give it a nice chop into half moon shapes, nice and easy guys. Set them aside, slice some red onion, nice and thin. Cherry tomatoes, give them a chop. We're gonna chop up some mint, get that freshness going. Also some basil, lovely bit of basil. Perfect, then we're gonna get a bowl. Then I'm gonna add my already cooked fusilli pasta. Look, you know how to do pasta, guys. Boiling water, cook it for 10 minutes, bit of salt, you know how to do it. We're gonna add in arugula. Then we're gonna add some chickpeas. Then we'll get our cucumber. We'll get our onion, pop it in. You guessed it, tomatoes too. Throw in the mint, throw in the basil. See guys, if you show up to a picnic with this lovely fresh salad, everyone will be happy, you know? It's all about setting that intention, guys, you know? If you're gonna go into a social interaction or anything you do in life, if you can set that intention to go out there just to be loved, spread love, receive love, you're more likely to have that and attract that, right? Because if you're wanting compliments from other people, you have to give them to yourself first. If you want validation and worth from other people, you have to give it to yourself first, because otherwise all these compliments that can be coming your way, if you can't give it to yourself, then you can't receive it. So it's really important to set that intention, give yourself some love, so you're more likely to be able to receive it. So we're gonna add in our lovely dressing. Then we're gonna add some toasted pine nuts over the top. Better get a bit of feta cheese. Right, you see how easy that was? Now our lovely Mediterranean pasta salad is good to serve. Right, so for our refreshment for the picnic, we are gonna go for a Pimms Cup. Now there's probably quite a lot of you guys that don't know what a Pimms Cup is, and that's because it only comes out in the English summer, which is a very, short, rare occasion. But it's beautiful, it's fruity, it's tooty. Imagine yourself outside Wimbledon, they got the tennis going on, you got a picnic, having a lovely time with your friends, you got your Pimms, you got your cup filled with ice. Then what we want to do, throw in 200 milliliters, and then we're going to add 300 milliliters of lemonade. Then I'm going to top with some soda water, and then we just add our cucumbers, sliced lemon, and sliced oranges. We're going to throw in our mint, and then we're going to add some sliced strawberries in there. Wow, look at that. Now our lovely Pimms Cup is ready to serve. Right, so next up, seeing as this is, a family picnic, I don't want anyone to feel left out, all right? Especially poor Cheeky. I mean, not only does she have to watch us eat all this lovely, delicious food, she has to deal with us eating it at her height, at her level. So it's only fair I serve her her favorite dinner, which is Open Farm's wild-caught salmon and grains. And we've been using Open Farm for a long time now. Cheeky loves them. And just because I serve all this lovely, high nutritional, beautiful food, doesn't mean dogs don't deserve the same. Just because animals don't have a voice doesn't mean they don't deserve the same love, the same high quality nutritional food. And for Cheeky, she loves this stuff. It's absolutely delicious. I wouldn't know, but I could tell from the speed she eats it at, she thinks it's delicious. And plus, Open Farm, they're packed full of goodness, nutrients, vitamins, such a wide range of all the food she needs. So, she's getting the best stuff. So we're gonna serve her her favorite din-dins now. I love that they personally assess each farmer and ingredient to ensure they follow the strictest ethical and sustainability guidelines, which means the salmon she's having is wild caught as well. So she's getting the best of the best. So Cheeky's lovely bit of din-dins is good to serve. Click the link in the description and use my discount code BEN15. Right, last but certainly not least, we have got to have Lenny's lovely meal. We've got ourselves 5 ounces of water, 5 scoops of formula, put the lid on, give it a shake. And there we are, buddies. Lovely, delicious formula is good to serve. But wait, we're gonna get an avocado. And then we're gonna mush about a teaspoon's worth. So there you have it, buddies. Lovely milker and lovely mushed avocado is good to serve. Right guys, look at this. We got the whole family. We're gathered here today for a lovely picnic.
Wow.
How are you feeling?
This is epic.
This is like our favorite pastime. Like I said, now we've got Lennon. It makes it that much more special, especially as he gets older, right?
I can't wait till he actually can eat this food with us.
Yeah, I know. Do you want to start with a nice little bit of Pimms o'clock?
Sure, I've never had this before. Cheers. Oh, that's wonderful.
So easy, isn't it? Right, so we're going to go for the Korean lunchbox.
Wow, the DOSIRAK. The presentation, I'm shook.
You.
Cheers.
Cheers, babe.
Oh my gosh. This is amazing.
Great.
It's going to be London's packed lunch.
It's going to be your pet lunch, buddy. For anyone that doesn't know, our first date was a picnic. When Jen first came to England, we went, I know, this is before you even have thought about it.
Come here, Bubba.
Before, when Jen first came to England, we went to Alexandra Palace, lovely park. We had all our friends there, and that was our first kind of moment of getting to know England, getting to know each other.
It was a great time. It was our first proper date. Obviously, we had hung out before, but this was like a romantic date. I was so nervous.
I'm terrified, yeah.
Wow. This is so fresh. This is like actually great for picnics. Because
Well, I was surprised that my picnic food is suited for picnics. This one's actually good, but we're having this lovely food, Chippo. It's only fair that you get to have your din-dins as well, okay? You want your din-dins? You want your din-dins? Okay, go on. Right, Cheeky's eating her food. We're gonna feed Lennon off camera. Too difficult right now.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep enjoying this. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I've been fantastic. You've been even better. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Bye.